So when I'm talking about keeping the machine running, keeping your life running, I'm talking about those routines, those habits. Just like on your car, you want to do routine maintenance, right? You change the oil when it tells you to. You swap out the windshield wipers, right? You rotate the tires, right? You have different routines you do to maintain the vehicle, to keep it running well. And I think the same thing is true for us in terms of our productivity, in terms of keeping our lives running smoothly. This is where things like a weekly review come in, or any sort of routine that you have, a morning routine, an evening routine, your schedule for cleaning your house. Various habits help here, right? I have a habit of going to the gym. I have a habit of reading the Bible daily, or even just scheduled check-ins. Like I like at least once a quarter to sort of do a big check-in with myself and be like, how are you doing, right? And I go through some questions, some journaling prompts of, how's your walk with the Lord? How are you stewarding this area, right? Those are sort of the routine maintenance aspects of life. And we want to get those in place, and we want to keep those things humming along. But the other side of the coin is optimization. So I want to do maintenance, but I also want to optimize. And this is where we would think about goals or projects, taking on some specific area, pulling, as it were, a component out of the machine and saying, how do I better steward my intellectual life? Okay, let me pull out the gearbox that is my walk with the Lord. This isn't quite working right. I'm not consistent in this. I feel like the Bible reading plan I'm doing isn't working for me. My prayer routine isn't how it should be. Optimization is when you pull that out and you say, what can I do here? How do I set a goal to have this part run better, right? And you do this systematically. Like Edward said, you do it with intention. It's the business of a Christian to grow in Christ-likeness. And so we're trying to do this in every area of life. And again, this is where you start to feel a tension. Just this last week, we started doing our goal setting workshop in the Redeeming Productivity Academy. And the same question comes up every time I do one of these. People say, hold on, you're saying just set one goal in one domain of stewardship? And I say, yes. They said, but I have all these other goals I want to do. The point is, you can only optimize one piece of the machine at a time. And what you want is, while you're focused on that one area, your routines, your habits, your maintenance habits, those keep the other parts of it running. You don't lose focus on the entire aspect of what you're supposed to be stewarding, but you are focusing particular attention in this season to make sure one area of life runs a lot smoother going forward. So the trick here is balance, right? Keeping the balance. So let me give you a few takeaways that might be useful here as you think about, how am I going to optimize my productivity while maintaining the other areas of life? If you're not familiar with the paradigm of domains of stewardship, if you're watching this on YouTube or on Spotify, I have a picture up here that shows sort of these 7 areas that we're all called to steward well before God. My spiritual life, my relational life, so that's my family, my relationships, my friendships, my neighbors, right? My vocational area of stewardship, that's my job or the main thing I do. My physical health, my intellectual health, my recreational domain, right? Am I resting? Am I enjoying the good things God's given me? Because that's a stewardship too. Economical, that has to do with your household, so your finances and your stuff, right? How do you keep the household running well? So you've got all these different areas. And if you were to picture each of these areas as a piece of a machine, that's sort of what I'm talking about. Is spiritual running well? Is economical running well? Do I have habits in the relational area where I'm checking in with people? I'm going on dates with my wife. I'm spending time with the kids. I'm calling grandma, right? All those different things. Those are maintenance things you're doing to make sure that each area you've been called to steward is being maintained. What you want to do is keep all of those going. When you choose a goal, when you look at an area of your life and you say, I want to see improvement here. I want to be more faithful in, for example, my intellectual area of life. I want to read more. I want to consume better content. Let's say that was your goal. When you're focused on that, you don't let the other stuff go. You just are giving particular attention to that area. You're pulling that part out and you're serving it. You're optimizing it. So when you plug it back in, the machine runs better. That's the first thing. Keep all the routines going as you focus on a goal, but also Only focus on one goal at a time. A lot of people have trouble with this is they think, well, shouldn't I have a goal for each of these areas? Yeah, just don't do them all at once. I think quarterly is a good pace. For example, this past quarter, actually this one, I'm continuing on it. I'm focusing on my physical health. I have a nutrition plan. I have an exercise plan. I'm working with someone who's helping me to grow in that area. And that's my focus. I'm not at the same time also having huge goals in all these other areas of life. My main focus is I want to make sure this area improves. So only one goal at a time. But here's the kicker. As you complete a goal, as you focus on an area of life you're trying to improve, one of the signs that you did a good job optimizing that is it leads to permanent habits in that domain of stewardship afterwards. So for example, with me with the exercise thing, I'm working out 5 days a week. I'm following more of a strict nutrition pattern. Because I'm so focused on this area, when I finish this program, I will continue, maybe not with the same level of intensity, but I will continue habits in that area as I shift my focus to something else. So you might have particular habits, a particular intensity to your focus when you're in a season of focusing on a specific goal. But afterwards, you want to leave new maintenance habits in that domain of stewardship. So for example, say you had the goal of you wanted to tackle reading 25 books this year. You said, I'm going to read 25 books. Well, when you finish that goal and you say, wow, I read 25 books just like I planned to. I've stewarded my intellectual domain better. Celebrate that. But hopefully what's going to come out of that is a maintenance habit of, hey, now I'm actually a daily reader. I might not read 25 books next year. That's fine, but something changed during that goal in that I am now better maintaining my intellectual life, right? That season of focus led to an ongoing habit of faithfulness in that area.